So, some of you may know that I've been playing around with this soyosource ESP Home virtual meter, which is where you place the current clamp on your soyosource grid tie meter. These are only small units, only capable of really, well, my one can only top out about 700 watts. But it's base load, that's what we're trying to get rid of. So I've been playing around with this. I've gotten to the bit where I've flashed all this, and I've actually today put together my RS485 to serial device. So it's all well soldered up together, and it's plugged in. And I can see on my soyosource app on my phone, which also works via a kind of closed source image on a very similar ESP thing, but hooked into the USB port of the of this machine, that I can see the what it's doing. So when I go to Home Assistant now, and I've got this nice tile called Battery Inverter in Home Assistant, it has some options that if I've got this manual override ticked and that unticked because that's the power off. Now, bearing in mind it's sunny today, so my solar's doing, Shelly's telling me my solar's exporting 1000 watts. Now, it's not ideal. I'm gonna. Oh, and now the sun's gone in, and now I'm importing 600 watts. So it's jumping around a bit, which is kind of annoying. But I'll take this opportunity to demonstrate that if I say, right, I want 640 watts worth of energy right now, what happens to this? Does it go towards zero? And yes, it does, because the soyosource now, the GTN 1000, is now pulling, or pushing rather, 640 from the batteries into the AC. Now, it's sort of constant miserable weather, and you'll hear the planes going over. Apologies. But the beauty of this system is that this number here I should be able to automate via a script to trigger off of this power value here, so I can keep telling the inverter to fluctuate to match and to try and keep this value as close to zero as possible. So basically peak shave. I haven't worked out the actual code for that, but I will do. This is just a proof of concept that actually this is working, and it is. I didn't have this working yesterday. I was busy actually converting the battery, which is running off of Stuart Pittaway's BMS. I was busy taking it from a 4S 12 volt battery to an 8S, so that's 8 in series 24 volt battery, which is what the soyosource requires. Previously I was using big lead acid batteries, but you know, I've weighed those all in because they were past their best, and I had this battery lying around doing nothing from the days when I was trying to convert it to use on an Emax 110 scooter. So anyway, this is all stuff which I kind of had already, more or less, and copying some of the work that Johannes Hubner's done, but with slightly different bits and bobs. And yeah, it works. I'm quite impressed with it. It's, like I say, this is not for massive amounts of power. This is not your car battery attached to, as in your EV battery. This is a very small 24 volt battery, the kind of thing you'd have in a van as a auxiliary battery, like a leisure battery. But it's enough. It should save us some money, not massive amounts, but it's in the realms of the same kind of thing as like an EcoFlow or a Bluetti, that kind of power system. That's really equivalent to what this is capable of doing. And I think EcoFlow are bringing out something that will do about 800 watts into a plug socket. So that's interesting to me, because I wasn't even sure that would be possible. But anyway, not much more to show you at the moment. I'm going to take that value off and then watch the power drop back down. Yeah, it mirrors it there. I don't know why all of these other values are unknown. That's a bit of a shame. But the main thing I care about is that actually I can send commands to the box via a Home Assistant and get the value back out So I should be able to automate this, and that's the key thing. And the other thing I should be able to do is on the energy tab here, there is a battery bit where you can add a source for a battery. So you'll get another graphic in here, and that'll tell you like what's coming in and out of the battery. How to measure that, or how to create the power from the battery is another thing. I mean, yes, I could use the values coming from the soyosource, but also there's losses. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I'll try and not make this too long.